I've had my iPhone for a few years now, and I've always just used a bumper on it. I started with the official Apple bumper, which costs a fortune, but it started to wear away on the back. So this is a cheap Chinese knockoff, which I got for a few pounds, which has done a pretty good job. Usually my phone is just in my pocket or on my desk. It's always pretty safe. But with travelling so much this summer, I'm a bit more worried about getting scratches. So I wanted a case which would protect it a bit more. And when I started looking for cases, I found that loads of them claim they're waterproof and bulletproof. I don't need that. I wanted a case which was basically a bumper which also covered as much of the back as possible. I particularly like how the bumper covers the buttons with its own buttons as well. That's pretty nice. So these were features I looked for in a case. I found it was pretty hard to find a case which was as simple as that and covered as much as possible. But I found this. This is from Casemate, the Olo. I'm going to assume that's how you say it. It doesn't actually say, but this is the Cloud light blue for iPhone 4/4S. This is £10, so not too expensive. I really like the colour. I've never had a bright coloured case on a phone before. I always choose boring black or white cases. So I'll take the iPhone's bumper off. iPhone looks so much nicer without a case, but it's not worth the risk. So this case has a little Olo logo on the back there. It has this nicely shaped cutout for the camera. It doesn't have a big circle cutout to see the Apple logo. I think cases like that both look horrible and are stupid because it just lets you scratch the logo. It covers the buttons, but not with physical buttons like the bumper does, just with this pad kind of thing. The whole thing is quite flexible, so you can just press through it to use the buttons, and it's the same on the top for the lock button. It's pretty smooth, a little bit of friction, but that's not going to stop it sliding around. Let's try it on. I guess I just stretch it around and press my phone in. Okay, so it snaps on really easily. It's basically a bumper around the edge, but a bit softer I think than the Apple bumper. And it covers pretty much all of the back, leaving a space for the camera and the flash. It has cutouts on the bottom for the three things there, the speakers, microphone, the port, etc. Cutout obviously for the headphone jack. That doesn't look like it's going to prevent you putting oversized jacks in because it's pretty thin. Buttons are still easy to use. It doesn't cover the little switch, but that would be hard to do I guess with a case, especially a case this price. Feels nice to hold. I've only been using this for 30 seconds, but I think I can recommend this as a thin case which doesn't ruin the look of the iPhone. And it adds some colour. I think that looks okay. It does, I think, look better with a white iPhone. They use that in the pictures on the website, but never mind. Mine's black. Thanks for watching.